Joe talks about Joe. And now, your host, Joe Slepsky.
Hello and welcome back to Joe on Joe. This is it. The big, final, 5th episode of Arise, Serpentor, Arise. This is the episode we've all been waiting for, every single one of us in this room. And I say all of us because I'm not just me and one partner today. I'm flanked by a cadre of loyal Cobra soldiers. A veritable gaggle of Cobra soldiers are sitting next to me today. I am talking about Pablo Romero-Estevez.
Oh.
Pablo, say hello.
Hello. Thank you. Yeah, I'm one part of the gaggle.
Yes, you are part of the gaggle. I'm talking about Stephanie Goldstein.
I am the meat in the sandwich gaggle.
Yeah, you are.
Ooh.
And Amber, the Clamber Bansak.
Not sure what I've gotten into here.
Yeah, you'll know in about 22 minutes what you've gotten into.
Perfect.
And we have one more guest that's due to arrive any minute now. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get rolling with episode 5 of Arise, Serpentor, Arise. Guys, you were here for you each had one episode. And you saw the evolution of Serpentor.
Yeah, and none of us listened to each other's episodes.
I
so.
understand that entirely.
We each saw one part of the rise.
Right? It's
But together as a team, we're experts on the entire storyline.
you know, when I first started this podcast, I was excited and I tell people about it and I'm like, great. And then I'd circle around and talk to them about it again. You know, I'm like, oh, did you give it a listen? And they'd go, no. But I looked on the bright side of it, and the bright side of it means that every download I do get, it's not from a friend.
Those are authentic.
That means as the show's been growing, it's not my friends listening to my work.
Yeah. True Joe fans.
Right? Real
Yeah.
Joe fans out there listening to the show. Not unlike you posers. No, I'm so happy to have you guys.
You have a cadre of Joe fans.
We have a total cadre of Joe fans here. I'm really excited. We're sitting here in my living room. We've got the Joes. The Joes are going to be up on the big screen. Amber and Stephanie and Pablo and Julius is on his way, but we had to get going on this motor vehicle. I was so happy to have you guys individually. You guys were so great. Each one of you bring a certain special electricity to the show. Is there... And so now, Amber, so we went, Pablo, you were episode 1.
Yeah.
Stephanie, you were 2. Amber, you were 3. And Julius was 4. Was there anything about those episodes that's gotten you excited about this one? Anything that you're looking forward to revisiting?
I mean, that that bald dentist, man, he's a real he's a real kicker.
I think we all agree Dr. Mindbender steals the show.
I like the redheaded twins. I don't remember their name, but I like
Oh.
Tomax. The Dreadnought twins.
any
punk rockers.
redheaded evil twin, any twin situation, I'm kind of
Yeah.
all aboard for. But redheaded twins, and then especially like strangely like.
Brothers.
Yeah, any sort of strange incestuous thing going on. I'm
Right?
That's
100%.
brother and
little
lover
flowers in the
combined.
swamp kind of action.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I've never thought of this now. So they had the Tomax and Zaymot, the 2 evil twins, the acrobatic twins, and then you had in Xandar and Zorana, who were I think
lot
there
of
was a
twins,
subtle
huh?
thing of saying twins are evil
Yeah, I think
because
that
they're all
was
Cobra. You don't see twins hanging out on the G.I. Joe team.
in animation. I feel like any kind of time there's a twin, it was like an evil situation.
It was
Not just G.I. Joe, but any kind of animation.
It's a
or,
bad
like,
deal.
Cartoon from our childhood. It was like twins were evil.
Pablo.
Yeah.
Do you agree on this?
Yeah, I think twins are evil. If you're, if
If
you're
you're
a
a twin
twin
here.
out there, I'm sorry.
If you're a
but-
twin out there,
yeah.
I want you to send Pablo a tweet at Pablo FN Persona and let him know that now listen, you might, if you are in fact an evil twin,
Yeah.
let him know. Just
Yeah.
come clean about it.
I'd like,
Overall
to,
or
I'd like to
deny.
know how many evil twins there are out there.
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just doing a census.
Yeah.
Well,
This is-
I
this
think
is
they're
just
all evil is what we just agreed on.
right.
Right.
And then
I'd like to
you
know- I'd
double
like to-
down. You double down on the gingerness of it.
Yeah.
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 Well, I mean, redheads are evil. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just obvious.
Well,
so.
they're more pink head. I don't know that they're naturally redhead.
Yeah. Didn't
So
you tell me that
strawberry
they're
blondes?
wearing a wig, right? Isn't
Yeah,
that the-
yeah. So
That's a shame.
you can complain to Pablo at Pablo FN Persona.
For the record, I didn't say redheads are evil. I just said twins are evil.
I said redheads are evil and twins are evil.
And so,
Redheads.
and if you want to, if the
And I
redhead,
said-
if
and I-
any
and I
redheads
said-
out there want to complain to Stephanie, you can hit her at StephersRG, StephersRG, And Amber, you're just general twin hatred.
No.
We
No,
can
I mean,
find-
I really waited. My contribution is just the term brother, which is for the brothers/lovers out there.
Okay.
The twins that like a little more love.
That's
you know?
okay, yeah. So yeah, flowers in the swamp. If you're out there and anything that we've been talking about has offended you, hit Amber up at Amber the Bamber, AMBER the Bamber, BAMBER. And you can always find me at Instagram and Facebook at Joe on Joe Pod. Send me an email to joeonjoepod@gmail.com. Report me to the authorities at Joe on Joe Pod for all the hate speech we've been spewing this episode. I'm really stoked, guys. So if you've listened to the last episodes, we kind of did our interviews with you. Everyone listening to part 5 better have listened to part 1 through 4 because who jumps in on part 5, right? They're like, I just need to hear the commentary on part 5. That's not a thing.
Those are the people that watch the Breaking Bad finale without watching the rest of the show,
Right?
just because they want to know what's going on.
That's
They
true.
don't want to be left behind.
That's true.
And I do know some of those people, and you know who you are.
Well, I guarantee you they're not listening to this show. So if you're listening to part 5 of Serpentor, you know my guests here. You've met them over the last few weeks, and I hope you enjoyed them because you're going to get a big fat dose of them right now. So what I thought we would do today,
Well.
yeah, is I thought we would go through and say if, and I'm going to pose the question to the panel. If you were a G.I. Joe or Cobra, you can also be on Cobra if you want to flip it up and go to the dark side. If you were G.I. Joe or Cobra, what would your specialty be and what would your code name be? I'll kick it off to give you guys an example. This is I asked you this before the show, so hopefully you've been spinning your wheels. I would most likely be some type of heavy machine gunner because I'm not very accurate. I can lift big things, and I got a loud mouth, so I could be heard over the roar of my cannon. And my name would be Deep Dish.
Perfect. And you're from Chicago?
And from Chicago. Yeah, so they would call me Deep Dish.
That makes sense.
Nice,
So, Pablo, have you?
Oh, I have to go first? Okay.
I can go. I'm ready.
Yeah, can you let Stephanie go first?
Okay,
I'm
Stephanie.
ready. I came prepared, which is why my code name is perfect. I am going to be Specs, and I'm in charge of the library. I keep track of all the playbooks and the strategies and any other sort of like written word to get the Joes on track of where they're going because they go to a lot of places.
They do. So you collate.
Yeah. So I'm
Specs
basically the
collates
librarian.
all the data. So like they're headed to the Middle East, and you put all the data together. Like this is how you got to. This is the language you got to speak.
Yeah.
These are the clothes you got to wear.
Exactly. So they'll open up the book and there'll be all the little playbook, and I put that together.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Now,
I really.
in that scenario, are you that because you're some kind of pacifist, or do you still pack heat?
I think I just want to be helpful, but I'm more bookish.
Done.
Yeah.
Specs. Welcome to the team, Specs.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
There's nothing more powerful than the power of literature, Joe.
No, power of
And
literature.
knowledge.
The pen is truly mightier than the sword.
Yes.
I want to help any way I can.
I love it. Amber, what about you?
Oh, I love that woman. I think I got to keep it simple. And I would be Smash.
Yes.
And I'm really like the brute force kind of, if you need something like broken, get through a wall, that kind of situation.
Yeah.
Like I will figure out how to demolish the shit out of some
So
things.
like almost like SWAT style. Like they're gonna breach a building.
Yeah.
And they come to you.
Yeah.
Amber has Hulk hands.
I
does,
get, and I really get like sometimes, if there's like under pressure and the anger, and then you just kind of, it's a little bit of it's a Hulk situation.
That's
So,
fantastic. So we got Smash.
Yeah, and then I mean, I
Specs.
think like I do like the idea. I think I could probably help with some PT kind of physical training, some weight training, getting people in shape.
I think Smash and Specs make a pretty nice couple.
Well, I think they make. First of all, I think they make a
it's-
darling couple.
I think it's tracking now
I
why
think
we're
it's
together.
really tracking. I think Smash and Specs, or as we like to call it on the internet, SNS. I think that's tracking in a big way. I think
the ship name is Smex.
Smex. Yeah, Smex.
Smacks.
Smex is adorable. They're getting their own miniseries next year from IDW. It's Smex. They try to take a vacation. They're trying to take they're going on like a Indigo Girls tour boat. like a cruise liner boat. They're
This
like
is
smashing specs.
brilliant.
Like, we've earned a lot of downtime. We're gonna take some time off for ourselves. And you go on the Indigo Cruise Girls boat, but who else is there? Zorana. She's there.
Ooh, hello,
Right?
nurse.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds right.
Yeah, Zorana's there, and you guys recognize her from her
She's
pink hair, but
trouble.
she doesn't recognize you right away. And you're like, well, did we stop her because she's Cobra, or do we just enjoy the sweet, sweet melodies of the Indigo Girls? Turns out, not a lot of action in this miniseries. You just enjoy the sweet melodies of the Indigo
Well,
Girls.
but it's a good thing that I always have a playbook with me, so we know how to
Right.
proceed.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I love it. Pablo, what about you? Who are you?
I could be. Hopefully, there's positions not already taken. I guess I'd be Propagandor.
Propaganda.
that's a
that sounds
great
like your Cobra.
name.
Wait a minute. That
Yeah,
sounds like your Cobra.
It'd be Cobra. I'd be
Oh,
Cobra.
yeah.
And I'd be like, I think I'd be like the Cobra, like Minister of Propaganda,
Yeah,
and,
that tracks.
and like like make Cobra propaganda films, and then also
Make Cobra great again, really, is what you're alluding to.
And then I would shamelessly promote those videos, like I'd shamelessly promote Wildcat Sports now on demand on Vimeo.
What?
Oh.
We all know Wildcat Sports is the best wrestling out of the South. We know
Yeah.
this.
Is it Red Hat presents Propagandor's
Yeah.
videos? It's like Red Hats presents, and it's like your
Yeah.
Well, it would be Cobra. It'd be like Purple Hats. Like,
yeah. But you're just making
yeah,
America
just
great.
Cobra,
I was just I was
Cobra. I mean,
just
Cobra was
making-
kind of blue.
I'm gonna
That
go
would-
now.
You know what I mean? Like they always had the blue. I feel like blue and red was kind of the Cobra look.
bluish, reddish, purple.
Yeah.
Blue
so,
and red
so
makes
you have,
purple. Though,
So we need blue hats that say in red lettering, "Make Cobra great again."
Yeah.
And Propagandor would just go from clan meeting to clan meeting, passing them out. Right?
Pretty villainous name now.
Yeah, Propagandor from clan meeting to clan meeting, passing out the red hats. And I think I see a future for you.
Yeah.
I think I see a future.
As Specs, I'm strangely fascinated by Propagandor's
Well,
videos,
as
and
Specs,
I
you're almost-
archive them all.
You're almost his opposite.
Yeah.
You're kind of his opposite.
Well,
Like
We can all learn
he's-
from each other,
He's
though.
about spreading misinformation, but you're about like collating like true information for your team.
That's true.
So
I've
you-
got to weed
Kinda
through
make-
the
It's
nonsense.
kind of like in comics. Remember when
yin-yang
they had
kind of a
Oracle and the Calculator kind of going toe to toe for a long time? That's what Specs and Propagandor is all about. And then
We're
Smash
nodding a
and then
lot.
Smash and Deep Dish show up. And Smash breaks down the wall to Propagandor's like web cafe where he's like sending all his Make Cobra Great Again stuff.
she does.
And Smash breaks down the wall, and then Deep Dish just lights the place up with some heavy machine gunnery.
Yeah.
I think.
Why
that's
can't
it.
we watch this show?
Well, we're
sounds
making
pretty
the show
amazing.
right now.
We are writing this
Yeah,
this summer,
this is
right?
all in video. This is all in video right now. We're making this show. That's what's happening right now. I love it. I'm so excited. Any expectations for how this last episode's gonna end?
I feel like this Serpentor is probably going to show up.
The Joe's lost,
Right. Okay.
and they made Serpentor, so he shows up at the very end of the last episode and is like, "This I command. Like I'm here, and I'm queer. Get used to it."
Well, I mean, I see this little
Intrigued.
figure you have. He does have a very, very
He's got all the flash.
Kind of a
prideful
Yeah.
looking
His
cape.
his cape is almost bedazzled.
He's
Well,
like a shimmer
and then
green.
he they took like the most evil parts of all these
Yeah,
dictators, like
the most evil parts of Hitler.
yeah, like the cutting of Hitler. And,
They
which
took-
parts
they left-
exactly were
Not the
those?
Yeah, they left out the part where Hitler liked animals, but they
And-
kept
and-
everything else.
And was an artist.
yeah.
and then like Genghis Khan and who else?
Right, Genghis Khan. Well, he's got. If you look closely, Serpentor's got very small hands.
Oh,
He wears extremely long ties, and he has zero ability to judge the size of crowds.
Oh,
This is sounding kind of familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't quite place it.
Yeah, well, there's a moment in this episode where he's in front of a bunch of world leaders and he just shoves his way to the front for no reason.
and, I mean, pardon my my I guess lack of knowledge aside from the first episode.
The
that
word is ignorance, Pablo.
I forgot my question.
again, the word is ignorance, Pablo.
Oh no, wait, hold on. Well, so how does Cobra Commander feel? What's his state of mind right now?
That's a good question. So as the episodes played out, Cobra Commander he didn't think it was going to work, so he was going along with it.
Yeah,
Like,
he
yeah,
was-
you do what you got to do. But in the last episode, it was about to go, and he was like, and he introduced a chemical agent that screwed up the process, and it made this monstrous creature, not Serpentor. because Cobra Commander sabotaged it because he really realized, oh no, they're about to succeed. So then they figured that out. Scrap Iron ratted Cobra Commander out, and then they actually then succeeded on the second try. So yeah, Cobra Commander was down with it, assuming they'd fail because, here's a crazy idea. I'm going to take a bunch of DNA and make a new person.
Yeah.
Like it's a little far-fetched. So that's where Cobra Commander's at. So Cobra Commander's not happy. At the end of last episode, he actually let Sergeant Slaughter was in captive, which, by the way, I meant to say, I think Smash would be a part of Slaughter's Marauders.
Oh,
I think that makes
Yeah,
sense.
because
That
he
sounds
ran
like
his own private boot camp, and that was
Yeah.
Slaughter's Marauders. So I
Yeah.
can see Smash being a part of Slaughter's
You
Marauders.
do like when things rhyme.
Yeah.
I do love a rhyme.
What about Propagandor? Don't you think he'd be
Well,
good?
Propagandor, he's a
Maybe.
he-
Do you think he started? Do you think he started in the Marauders and then revolted?
no. What I think Propagandor is actually a second generation Cobra. I think his mom was like a Cobra scientist, and he was raised in it. So he's a true believer.
Mama's
and,
boy.
And he's also got like all the social media skills of like a millennial, right?
Yeah.
So he knows his way around the internet. So like Destro's fumbling trying to get a tweet out, and Propagandor runs by and is like, "Sup, metalhead?" And then the guy actually named Metalhead turns around and he goes, "No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Destro." And then
Sick
and then he helps him
burn.
with his tweets and whatnot. I think that's how it is.
That seems legit.
Yeah, I think that's how it is. Also, he has a private rule. He only tweets between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m.
The magic hour.
So I think that's what Propaganda's deal is all about. He's a true believer. He's an up-and-comer. So we're excited. Hopefully our fifth shows up here any moment now. But until then, we are going to get going, guys. You all ready to go? All right, well, here we go with Arise, Serpentor, Arise, Part 5. Oh, and we are finally here. Not only are we here for Serpentor Part 5, but Julius is finally here for Serpentor Part 5. Welcome, Julius.
Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know Julius from Part 4 of Arise, Serpentor, Arise. And he's here.
I was attacked by the meat wad monster.
You
from
were
last
attacked by the meat
episode.
wad monster. You and Sergeant Slaughter were fighting him on Hollywood Boulevard.
I swear to God,
There's a lot to unpack there. But
yeah.
I like how he just goes right for the I swear to God.
I swear to God,
This is what was happening on Hollywood.
It just attacked me.
It was Black Vulcan. So before we get into the recap part of this episode, Julius, you have an assignment. You need to come up with a name and a specialty for either Joe or Cobra, and we'll get to that right when we get out of the previously on portion, which we're going to hit into right now.
Okay.
Inspired by a bizarre dream to create a Cobra Emperor from the DNA of long
Amber, you love the Christmas tree.
He tumbled into a Christmas tree.
Only to be denied the vital DNA of Chinese warlord Sun Tzu by Sergeant Slaughter. But Dr. Mindbender captured Sergeant Slaughter during an attack upon the tomb of Genghis Khan and extracted his DNA in place of Sun Tzu's. But then Cobra Commander secretly contaminated the genetic matrix, creating a mindless creature. Sergeant Slaughter escaped, only to be recaptured when Beachhead and the rescue party were shot down over Cobra Island. Once again, Dr. Mindbender began his unholy experiment, and this time, Serpentor, the Cobra Emperor, was born at last. And now the exciting climax of Arise, Serpentor Arise.
What would be amazing is if that sheet fell off him and he was just massive.
He had
It
a
just-
real,
he was just-
real serpent
You
in
don't
his.
know-
Yeah, he was just massive.
You don't know what
and,
happened right when that camera
Cobra
cut.
Commander just goes, Cobra Commander's just like, all right, you win.
Gag reel.
Gag reel.
Oh, there's Thrasher.
Yeah, so we get a little
that Jay
Dreadnought
Leno?
love up top. So Julius, have you thought any ideas of who you're?
Oh man, this is hard. Okay, I could see myself working for Cobra.
Okay, of course.
You know, I would. You know what? I got it. I could see myself being like some sort of like priest for like Cobra High Command, where I say, all must abide by the word of Cobra Commander.
So you're a holy man for Cobra.
Yeah, I'd be a
I can
charlatan.
see that.
I was
can
not
see that.
expecting
Essentially,
that at all.
You'd be a holy man for Cobra Law is what you'd be.
Cobra
you're,
Law?
You're an ambassador for Cobra Law.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, this
I'd have to come up with the name later on.
Serpentor, right
So
out of
he's
the
wearing a
womb,
cloak.
has Sergeant Slaughter on his knees.
Oh. Sergeant
Whoa!
Slaughter
Whoa.
looks jacked on this show.
You just toss him around like
He
a little
really
baby.
does.
I mean, like, not to knock Sergeant Slaughter, but he was never this jacked in real life.
We were talking about that last episode.
He actually, Sergeant Slaughter is suffering from the Worf syndrome. Where, remember, it's a thing. I don't know about Star Trek Next Generation if you guys are fans, but they always had. Oh, he's right in his outfit.
Wait,
you guys were
yeah,
asking earlier.
Oh, he's quick.
This is the origins of his outfit.
He went from a cloak to like a fully formed serpent outfit.
They had his
Who
outfit
just
ready.
unveiled that to him.
I'm calling shenanigans.
I'm gonna say this: what if they planned on growing him and stuff, but what if they were off by a couple inches? Like he was just a little too tall or a little too short, and they put this outfit on him, and it's just like,
Yeah.
we need to take it and we need to hem it just
That
a
poor
little
Taylor
bit.
was working all night to fix it,
Oh,
to like
oh,
make that
look.
outfit.
Oh, he's not taking.
Oh, look at that!
He's not taking to Cobra
So
Commander's ass
aggressive.
kissing.
Damn.
Yeah, Cobra Commander just got his feelings hurt there.
He just beat the hell out of
What's
Cobra
with all the
Commander.
violence?
Wait,
So do
are
you
those
think
live
do you,
serpents part
do
of
you
his
think
outfit?
do you think the snakes are alive?
That's what I'm wondering right now.
I
They're
thought they
moving their
were,
little
but then
heads
like, how did
around.
he make them into like staffs?
Or does he just have he has little buttons like up
Maybe
his
they're
sleeve that
robotic
he's like
snakes?
hitting to make them move around. He's
Yeah.
like, they'll think they're
They're
real.
animatronic
you know,
snakes.
Like when you go to a carnival and they have like the
Psycho.
snake that's on a stick.
Yeah.
You know, and it looks like it's real, and you scare people who are dumb.
You can also go to the carnival and do that guess your weight thing. That's fun.
Yeah, he's got that sweet chariot.
Yeah, it's
Wow,
like
you
a
know.
gliding Segway snake
so
machine.
good. So Sergeant Slaughter is like Worf,
Oh.
real quick. He's like Worf on Star Trek because whenever they brought a bad guy on, Worf, who was supposed to be the baddest dude in the block,
he always got his-
would get his butt whipped because
Oh,
they had to show
he
that's
was-
what just
Oh,
happened with Sergeant Slaughter.
he's got
Yeah.
a Cobra glider as well.
Yeah.
Is that a podium?
Wait, he only tied up one arm. That doesn't
Podium
seem good.
Segway.
It's like he's
know-
got a he's
Oh,
got a
look at
Spicer
the
vehicle.
bruising. Look at the bruising.
You
on
know
Sergeant
what?
Slaughter.
It's amazing how his hat stays on his head after being slapped that way.
Well, he's like Burt Reynolds. The hat only comes off for two things.
Wait, watch out for the snakes.
Yeah.
That guy in the back, he was like,
it's a-
yeah.
It's called an animation mistake. Thanks for pointing out our deficiencies.
Oh.
Ooh.
Strong legs.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Sergeant
He's-
Slaughter, you just beat up a baby.
He's been training with
He's
Smash.
technically, literally.
Oh, look,
literally a
Serpentor.
baby. Whoa!
I command you all.
Basically, all I've seen this episode is just people getting thrown around the room.
Yeah. Like Cobra Commander's like, whatever. I thought it was I'll be back here.
Kick his fangs
Oh,
in.
Cobra Commander cheering
Whoa.
on Sergeant Slaughter here.
Oh, this is amazing.
Cobra Commander with the baby face turn there just now.
Is that what they call it in wrestling? A baby face turn?
He just went full baby face.
Like LA baby face?
Those are
the
big
rapper?
steps.
Whoa. Like
we talk about the
really
size of
big
these steps.
He's going up steps that were like half the size of his body.
Yeah, his cardio is really good.
Each,
Yeah, you know,
each
he's,
step was
uh,
like to his knee.
You know what? You got to wonder. Maybe this is why he lost at
Oh.
WrestleMania 7.
Silence
He wasn't
for the
as
redheaded
Hey,
trained.
there's your
twins,
redhead
please.
twins. And you know what? You're right. They kind of are redhead twins. They're not. It's not as purple. It's pretty reddy.
Well, each episode I think they're different color, but
Yeah,
it's okay.
It's true. Well, they're chameleons. You know, they change color. I love.
I just love like how Cobra Commander's
That
just
was
like
amazing.
walking
Cobra Commander's
around.
just strolling. 'Cause he
La-di-da,
knows it's gonna
la-di-da.
blow up. Yeah.
Question?
Oh, those are
says
televipers.
mine.
Those are televipers. As they say stuff, it broadcasts across their eyes.
He says.
So we got the Joes invading the terror drone.
Okay, let me see if I can name them. I see Lowlight,
Yeah, that's
Mainframe,
yeah, that's
see
mainframe.
dudes
That's mainframe
shooting.
and dial tone.
Dial Tone right
Some
there.
light
See a
there.
guy in a blue.
Low light. Beachhead was there.
Frostbite. That's the new.
New snow guy. Yeah.
Glasses. Serpent.
Snaky
Kid
guy.
bit. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the Burger King.
Where's Jay
Club.
Leno? I saw Jay Leno earlier.
Yeah, where is Jay?
That's Sergeant Slaughter.
You know,
Sergeant
this-
Slaughter could have been portrayed by Jay Leno.
No, there was another.
there was another one earlier
Jay
that-
Leno
if-
was
if chins could
definitely
kill.
in this
If
show.
chins could kill,
If
yeah,
chins
that's-
could
yeah,
kill.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you know what? They should have like a Three Amigos movie with Jay Leno, Sergeant Slaughter,
And Evil Dead. What's his
and
name?
Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell. Yeah.
And just it'd be just the chins.
I think that's the triple threat match we all really wanted to see.
Well, you know, Jay Leno did wrestle Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
You know.
Too bad Slaughter's not real, guys.
No, Sergeant Slaughter's real. What are you talking about? Are you serious? Wait a minute.
He's
Wait a
not
minute.
real.
You know he's real, right?
Where does he live now?
Stephanie, you know he's a real person, right?
Where does he live?
Tampa,
Pablo?
I'm assuming.
No, he's a real wrestler.
He's retired.
Wait a minute,
But
Stephanie.
he's based on a real person?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a real dude.
Like,
Yeah.
The real dude voices him and everything. He's a
Yes.
pro wrestler.
You didn't know that? He was in WrestleMania 7.
Why would I know that, Julius?
WrestleMania 7.
WrestleMania 7. wasn't, Stephanie.
I don't know what's funnier, that you didn't realize he was a real dude, or that we all assumed you knew he was a real dude.
That was in WrestleMania 7.
I only know that because we talked about it on my episode.
I
You
just
told
thought
me.
everybody knew
I was in
Sergeant
another
Slaughter.
room. I went upstairs to read a book.
Oh, yeah. Guys, that's what makes this so amazing. He's a real dude. And he dressed like that.
Do you think he had input on the scripts?
The scripts, probably no. I mean, he probably was like...
he was probably
They probably had to
pleased.
make him look
Sergeant
good.
Slaughter wouldn't
Oh,
do
he was
that.
pleased by them.
Yeah, they probably had to make him look good and stuff.
Yeah, you know?
But, like, no, I don't.
But you know who hated it?
So Sergeant
Vince McMahon.
Slaughter came first, and then G.I. Joe.
Yeah,
and they
so
made
Julius, you
character
know a little
based-
bit of the Slaughter history. Like, he was a wrestler from the 70s.
He was okay. So when Sergeant Slaughter started, he was a drill sergeant.
Oh, wait.
for a
Hold
while.
on. That wall just smashed in. You know
Oh,
who
here
could have
comes
done
the
that?
bats. Here comes the bats.
Smash.
This is Smash.
Or we're going to commercial. Today's Filecard Feature is on the Cobra Emperor, codenamed Serpentor. A secret cabal of Cobra scientists, under the direction of the Interrogator and Destro, combed the tombs, sarcophagi, and relics of the great despots of history to find cells with DNA traces. From these long-dead genetic blueprints, they produced a composite clone with the military genius of Napoleon, the ruthlessness of Julius Caesar, the daring of Hannibal, and the fiscal acumen of Attila the Hun. The fiscal acumen. The ultimate Cobra Emperor. A master of political intrigue and a brilliant tactician, he is capable of wresting power from Cobra Commander for the benefit of the Interrogator and Destro. Fortunately for the Joes, the Cobra Emperor's own ambitions were not taken into consideration by his creators. Quote, his eyes have seen the legions of Rome trample the Gauls and Nervi into the dust. His hand lifted the horsehair baton that signaled the first charge of the Carthaginian armored elephant phalanx. His ears have heard the rattle of French cuirassiers on the streets of Moscow. But it is his mind we must fear the most. The thoughts of the Cobra Emperor have not drifted from global conquest since the reign of King Solomon. Obviously, the very first thing that stands out from this file card, which we just read, which was his original file card, is they refer to Dr. Mindbender as, quote, the Interrogator. So this was put in place before they really nailed down that Mindbender was going to be the guy that helped make it with Destro. We've covered Serpentor now for the past 4 episodes. Obviously, I'm a big fan. I fall on the side of he made Cobra just one step more awesome. I love the whole Conqueror DNA bit. What else is there to say? We've just been talking Serpentor for 4 weeks now. He's fantastic. His outfit was fantastic. The chariot that he had was fantastic. He came with a little rubber snake that when you pitted it, you could put it against Yoda's little plastic snake that he came with from the Star Wars line of toys. You have a lot of plastic snakes hanging around. He also had a sweet little silver dagger, and his cape was kind of bedazzled. He was great. Serpentor is both the butt of the joke and the butt of the rifle. So Cobra Emperor, the one, the only Serpentor, we salute you.
Now back to G.I. Joe.
Yeah, so that wall could have been knocked in by Smash.
And I said, "Go Smash!"
Yeah,
Back in my library
we got a
room.
whole cadre. Those are robots. Those are battle android troopers. So there's a whole bunch of battle android troopers.
Okay, so yeah, what's happened right now is that Cobra Commander has reprogrammed the bats to attack everyone.
Yeah.
He can't shut his
And
mouth
they're-
all the way.
So we got the bats jumping on Serpentor. They're getting everybody.
Whoa.
Julius, have you thought of your name yet?
High Priest.
Oh wait, because you said you were the high priest. Did you have a name?
I would say, okay, High Priest.
For example, Pablo, your name was
Propagandor.
Propagandor,
Whoa.
which also, by the way, would be at home on He-Man.
I could see him like his power would have the ability to like project propaganda films from his eyes.
Your name would be.
General Hawk, that's just a computer projection. What's the
Can I just say that Specs put this whole presentation together?
Specs totally put this presentation together.
Those sketches that you did, Specs,
Thank you.
really on point. The holographic sketches.
Yes. I know how to sketch in 3D.
Yeah,
So they're getting the full rundown on what's going on right now.
right. And with the, I love it that they're looking at it, even in
Who's
a.
that girl?
So this is a cartoon, obviously,
Ripley.
and they're in the cartoon. They're representing CGI graphics, and even in the cartoon world, the CGI is still crappy because it's 1986. Like they couldn't even pretend that.
Well, it's sort of like in Return of the Jedi.
Right? Yeah. Like or in Star Wars, like the
yeah.
Death Star plans are so terrible.
The animation
But
on
this is
Serpentor's
animated.
face
Yeah,
from a
this is great.
distance was like pretty intense.
So Cobra Command or Serpentor is given his like, we're gonna take over the world speech now. I think there's a lot of people got inspired.
Serpentor's gonna get a scar like that guy because of his little the fangs on his mask is gonna cause like a facial scarring.
Yeah, no,
I'm really
concerned
worried about
that
it.
as well.
Look at that! It's gonna
They're-
like stab him in the eye.
He's
Well,
dangerously close.
Yeah.
At the worst, though, he's gonna have terrible like sunburn.
Oh,
Where,
yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like when you wear your
like-
sunglasses in the sun, and then you get sunglasses like raccoon eyes.
That is a very
Yeah.
strange
He's gonna
farmer's tan
He's
he'll
gonna have
have.
fang eyes. Is what he's
Yeah.
gonna have.
Whoa, this is an
That is
arsenal.
awesome.
Yeah.
You know, you got to wonder where did they get all the financing for this? Like, were they doing?
Well, they did telethons.
Well, but how much money could they raise
They
from the
did telethons,
telethon?
baby.
How much money could they raise from the
Telethons were big in the
They
80s.
got the
man.
they got the money from the WrestleMania 7. Come on.
Yeah, all the proceeds from the band Cold Slither. Come on.
You know?
Once word got out that Serpentor was here, people are like,
Yeah, but I'm
gonna
thinking like
donate.
you'd have like a record labels that they have to pay off.
You're talking to Propagandor here, who's raising money through his "Make Cobra Great Again"
Yeah, it's
campaign.
true.
They're sending out blue hats with red lettering to every clan meeting in the world. Yeah,
How many snakes had to die for Serpentor's outfit? That's what I want to know.
that's a lot.
Because I mean, just for like one leg alone, there's got to be like at least 5 snakes.
Because I think this is all snakeskin, like the whole outfit, right?
Guys, this is amazing. I don't know if you're seeing what's happening here.
I did see that.
Serpentor
Rubbers?
is invading and going to hold America right now. And that's what the twins were like, you can invade, but really, what are you going to do once you get there?
Yeah.
And Serpentor's like, forget it. And they are straight up bombing Washington, D.C. right now. This is awesome.
They're just hitting the grass, though, let's be honest.
Well, you
They're
know.
not good at shooting.
Like, we're bad at shooting.
And these guys are just watching. They're like, we don't have to worry about it because they're so bad at shooting.
I mean, like, really, wouldn't G.I. Joe have like an early warning system of like, you know, Washington D.C. is
This is great. Look
This
at
is
this. All
pre
these-
9/11, man.
Look at all these Cobra soldiers. Oh my God, look at the animation. His hand, they forgot to redraw it.
It was half of a bomb.
Yeah, like his hand, where his hand was, disappeared. They're invading the Capitol. They're taking out the White
There
House
goes that
guys.
fence. Oh, they're just going to
Taking all
drive
that?
right onto the
So
lawn.
technically, this would be during the Reagan administration.
This is during the Reagan administration.
Well, then just
yeah.
let it
No. I
happen.
think this is.
That's fair.
This is Reagan.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, this is
86,
Reagan.
86.
Yeah, this is Reagan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They,
Yeah,
so
it's during the Reagan
they
administration.
forgot to animate the other side of the hand, but they did put polka dots on that guy's tie.
He just said that the president and vice president are out of town, so we're not going to have to see them, so they won't see Reagan. They're attacking the Pentagon. Meanwhile, Propagandor is sitting in his bunker, making all these saying that this whole attack is fake. It's all fake news.
Yeah, this is
This whole attack is fake news. This attack never happened.
I'm really just calling out the Reagan administration and just get people to just turn on them, you know?
Yeah.
and-
Ooh,
Wow, look
right
at
in
that.
that
Look at
window.
They're dropping
Smart
missiles.
bombs.
They're
Smart
dropping
bombs.
They
missiles on
couldn't hit the
Pentagon.
building from like the air, but they just got one into that window.
This is crazy great.
Neither the president nor the vice president are in Washington.
Okay, what's funny about that is Scrap Iron had to drive all the way across Washington,
communications.
D.C. to tell him that. There were no radios to be like, guys, guess what? No president.
This is why they're gonna lose.
Yeah.
Is
This is
he
amazing.
sitting on the Lincoln Memorial?
Oh, yeah, he is.
That's amazing.
Wait,
Look
so
at
is
the
he
flag.
But
sitting
he's
on
sitting on
Lincoln's
his
lap?
crotch. No, he's sitting on his crotch.
Washington is burning.
He
We're
placed
going a commercial on fire.
Fearing Cobra Commander no longer has the ability to lead, Destro and Dr. Mindbender comb the tombs of the most evil leaders in history, and from their genetic tissues produce a composite clone with the military genius of Napoleon, the ruthlessness of Julius Caesar, the daring of Hannibal, and the cunning of Attila the Hun. Behold the ultimate Cobra Emperor, Serpentor. Serpentor, the most evil foe of G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe, American hero. What happens next? Find out in Marvel Comics.
He placed a throne on Lincoln's crotch.
He certainly did place the throne on Lincoln's crotch. Look at that.
If you're gonna,
Yes,
if
this is the best thing that's ever happened. He's sitting on Lincoln's lap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's about to ask Lincoln for his Christmas presents.
what would you like for Christmas, little snake boy?
The Abe Lincoln statue looks a little upset about it, to be honest with you.
Totalitarian regime.
And so then the other question, so we were wondering who made Serpentor's outfit. Who made the throne that would fit discreetly into Lincoln's lap.
It's all
They did
part
it
of
in
the
quick
plan.
time.
Like they had to send someone out there and
They didn't
measure
have
it and
3D
3D print it.
printers.
Yeah,
Well, maybe they
right?
already had it measured out when
it's like
Cobra Commander was
perfect.
plotting to take over the
Look at
world.
that. Yeah.
It fits perfectly on his lap.
There's some extremely crafty, extremely creative people that work for Cobra.
It says propaganda.
Yeah.
This is amazing. Look at the flames on DC.
DC is burning.
DC is on fire.
Oh, he just.
Oh, shades of Hitler,
Oh.
the 1,000-year Cobra rule, 1,000-year right.
100%.
Yeah.
You know he has some of his DNA in him. I don't think they called it by name. but
Oh,
come
you know
on.
what? Yeah, that would be.
Oh, come on.
They had to.
Yeah, they're first of all, they're going to South America to find where he really died. Okay, first of all. And they're getting his DNA.
And failed.
I feel kind of bad for Cobra Commander now.
Right? It's like when you break up with your girlfriend and then she starts dating Channing Tatum.
Yeah. Yeah.
He just called them losers. This is very much like what we're living in.
Oh yeah,
these
yeah.
days.
They're evil losers is what they are.
Yeah.
It's that
Oh, this
last
is great.
bit of unspoken DNA that he is
Yeah.
pumping through his veins.
Oh, this is amazing. Here we go. Huh? I'm not familiar with G.I.
Real
Joe.
nice.
Oh, snap! Oh, snap!
what?
It's General Hawk.
Oh, he destroyed the throne.
It's on, baby.
I did not see that one coming.
Yeah.
That was the Joe team in disguise as members of Congress. None of them dressed up as a human turtle, though.
And they
Pew pew.
streamed out Yo Joe.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Who's that girl?
That's a Lady J.
Oh, wait a minute. I heard a little thing in your voice there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear
I
it.
wondered about Lady J. I wanted. There was a short-haired girl on the Joe side.
That's Lady J.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Lady J. Who's the
Flint's-
long-haired
that's,
girl on
Flint's,
the Cobra side?
Oh, was
One
it
True
Cover Girl?
Love.
Or Scarlet?
Scarlet.
She
There's
with,
a
with,
girl
the,
with
with the
glasses.
glasses.
Well, there's Scarlet. There's Cover Girl.
Cover Girl, yeah, Lady J.
Cover Girl and Lady J.
Jinx later on. Jinx joined the team.
That's
Oh, yeah, check this out.
Here's
Boom.
Beachhead.
Beachhead. So cool.
Close range rocket launcher there.
Hey, where'd his throne go? Oh, what would be great is if his throne was actually his chariot, like that transformed. They use transformer technology.
I know how to fire a laser.
I love
you
his voice.
need every hand you can get.
Oh, this is so good.
It doesn't match his look at all, and I love it so much.
yeah.
You know, I've seen Chris Latta what he really looks like. Like
Yeah.
you know, like when he did like comedy shows at the Improv.
Uh-huh.
Totally different from what you would picture. How Cobra Commander, like Starscream, looks like. In, you
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Cobra Commander's comedy shows at the Improv.
Yeah.
Everybody's at the Improv these days.
I mean, you know, Trouble Bubble travel. Am I right? The meals you get on a Trouble Bubble. Am I right? Have you tried this Trouble Bubble
Here's the
food? It's
Dreadnoughts.
terrible. Oh, this is awesome. On the streets of Washington, D.C.
Classic showdown.
Green
Classic showdown. There's a...
Mr. Greensheen. Who's that guy?
They're causing
Ponytail.
hundreds and thousands of dollars worth
Oh.
of damage to this city
Where the
right
hair's
now.
not.
ridiculous amount of damage.
Yeah, Man of Steel has nothing on this.
Kiss?
Yeah, totally.
What's that?
Man of Steel is nothing on this. But there's some great aerial action. That's Slipstream. He's fighting a Night Raven.
You know, I gotta say, of all the jets, I like the Night Raven the best.
Night
now.
Ravens are dope.
Those were the
Night
best.
Ravens
Running
are
out of fuel. Destro. Baroness. Why are you retreating?
We're over here renaming all of the Joes. by the way.
Oh yeah, go for it. Go for it.
If you're wondering what we're mumbling,
I'll pick it up in the audio. I'll just hear like, he's short hair guy. He's muscly tattoo
Goggles,
man.
Joe. His
Goggles.
name is Goggles.
His name is Goggles.
Chrome Dome.
Oh, now there's. Oh man, we got hydrofoils
Yeah, I
on the
don't-
Potomac.
I don't understand the logic
Waves.
of what was the point of them going into the river.
Well, you got to
Fair,
attack
man.
land, sea, and air, man. You got to take it all over.
I tell you what, this
It's a show of force, Julius.
You know, they just really wasted everything.
this part 5 is not disappointing right now.
Right?
It's definitely.
It's just
coming
disappointing
to-
that Cobra is just losing
Wall
badly.
to wall action here.
Finish the job.
Oh man.
Joe.
Yeah, Hawk.
They're through fighting and on the run. Let's put the lid on this can of fangs.
Is that?
Oh,
That's-
that could have been a rhyme moment.
Yeah, is that Roadblock?
That's
That is
Roadblock.
Yeah, that's his
in
new
his
look,
new
yeah.
and in his new look.
But that could have been a good rhyme moment. Lid on this can of fangs. That's disappointing.
Serpentor cannot be vanquished.
I like this hubris.
Yeah.
Cowards! Stand
Just,
and
people just running back and
defend
forth.
They're stalking the streets. This is
He's,
like,
beating
something
his
out of
chest.
Escape from New York.
They ran out of funding for those serpents, though. They
Yeah.
can only move right when he put the costume on, and then they're like, "No, we gotta nix that."
Excellent! Bring me the brave viper who saved his emperor's
This
life.
is gonna be exciting right here. Look at that.
How you never know who your friends are.
Cobra
Laser
Commander is the
technology.
quote brave viper.
Are
He
we
does
gonna
look
s-
like he has tiny
Are we gonna
hands.
see Serpentor versus Cobra Commander right now?
Well, he's making his case here.
He just picks him up like he's nothing there.
You kind of see Cobra versus Serpentor in the movie. I mean, not hand to hand, but like Cobra Commander gets exiled.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like they should swap voices.
right, so he brings him in.
Sounds like what Cobra Commander looks like he would sound like, and vice versa.
Well, you
Oh,
gotta
this
check
is great.
out G.I. Joe
G.I. Joe
Resolute.
captured all those vipers.
Yeah, check that out.
It's a good show.
Yeah.
It
It doesn't look too bad to me.
That town is in rubble. That
It
town
was
looks
like
great.
that when we got
Oh,
here.
he's,
Oh,
he's
here we go. Sergeant Slaughter,
proud to
waving
be
the
an American.
flag.
Hey, did you guys know that's a real person?
Ooh, intriguing facts.
Specs dropping hot knowledge. Coming in hot and fast.
Oh, that's
Oh
it.
man,
Oh,
That's
that's
it.
it, guys.
That's
No.
it.
That was the episode.
Flash.
I
So
do not want that to be over.
Serpentor gets away with the war crimes that he's committed.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, seriously,
Well, that-
wouldn't like all the world powers say, it's like, you know what, enough is enough. We're just gonna bomb Cobra Island.
I mean, no, because at this point in time, we've pulled out of NATO.
But now,
So we don't.
Oh, we're
we
going
don't-
by the Red Dawn timeline.
Yeah, we pulled out of NATO, so no one has
Okay.
to help us because NATO's old and bad.
but he kept Cobra Commander around to be like his scapegoat.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
his
So when he
Steve
fails, he
Bannon.
can
Again,
blame.
he's second in
He can
command.
blame
Right?
blame Cobra Commander. Yeah, absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want a comment from each of you. Thoughts on the Serpentor saga? Julius, we'll start with you.
All I can think about is Cobra Commander could have come up with a better plan of how to sabotage this plot.
Sabotage. So you still think Cobra Commander should have found a way to stop it?
He could have found a way. Like, you know what? I would have, if I got a way to get out, I would have said, okay, that's it. I'm going to go into hiding and find my own organization to take down
You should have just
Serpentor.
pulled a Comey and fired Dr. Mindbender. I mean, Dr. Mindbender works for Cobra.
I mean, Nixon did it.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what should have happened. Amber.
I mean, really, what I came out of this episode with is the knowledge that, I mean, when you see Cobra Commander, his voice does not match the way that he looks. And then Serpentor arrives, and his voice sounds like what should be coming out of Cobra Commander's mouth, and Cobra Commander's voice sounds like it should be coming out of Serpentor. And I just, that's my takeaway.
It might.
I want to know why nobody lives in Washington, D.C. That's my takeaway.
Well,
They were just in the street destroying everything,
That's
and
true.
there was no people. No casualties, though. That's good. Good job on
Well,
G.I.
they
Joe's
tried
part.
to keep it out of Georgetown. I guess they respected.
Well, they were in the
you know
middle
what
of
it
the
was? It was a Sunday afternoon.
They were in the middle of the
It was
city.
a Sunday afternoon. No
There were
one
like
was
10
going into work.
politicians that came out of that building.
Yeah, it's like going,
And then
it's
they-
like going
they-
downtown LA like on a weekend. No one's there because no one's going to work.
I mean, we drove through downtown LA to get here. There were people out
Yeah, those are,
took a little while to
Those
get
are
here.
called homeless people in Kansas City.
in cars,
Yeah, in cars. Well, you know.
driving in my way.
Right. Yeah, Pablo.
Good. It was a good, solid conclusion here. I'm curious to see where the saga goes from here. And yeah, Sergeant Slaughter's a real person. Did you guys know that?
That's my takeaway. I had no idea. That changes everything. I'd like to go back and watch my first episode, the Dude Ranch one, and with that knowledge. 'cause
Well,
I
he
think
wasn't on the Dude Ranch one.
He wasn't in there at all.
No. He was
Oh.
Sergeant Slaughter just got introduced in this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's all brand new.
That's why I didn't know, guys.
But knowing is half the battle.
You've only had one Dude Ranch experience.
Well,
Exactly.
they have live action Sergeant Slaughter like commercials.
They do. Yeah.
That came
It's-
after like the movie, like when they like did the
Yeah,
the
when
That's
they
the
get-
guy, huh? Right. I remember those when I was a kid.
Right, like the interstitials. They'd be like, "Hey, soldier,
At ease disease.
At ease disease. You go, don't leave this TV and come on back, because We got more G.I. Joe Cobra Stomping action for you.
That's what Cobra Commander should sound like. I enjoyed this episode very much. I'm sad that it's over. So
I really
fast.
enjoyed it. I love that it resets the show and really ramps it up. Like, it was a smart move because you always, like with G.I. Joe, like they're gonna bring in new Joes, they're gonna bring in new characters, but like on the Joe side, General Hawk was new, but on the Cobra side, as we saw in we covered on this podcast, as this first season was winding down, they were running out of money. Their stuff was breaking down. Like, they were on a downward trend.
Yeah,
So
like, how the hell did they get the Pterodome?
Right. So you start this one with this rejuvenation of like, whoa, we got a new emperor, we got a new leader. The game has changed, son. The game has changed. Change. So I'm super excited. Julius, where can we find you? We find you on Facebook, right?
You can find me on Facebook, and hopefully I'll start up a presence soon enough. I'm going to be doing I'm going to try to see if I can do photography at some live events.
Well, we didn't. So did we settle on a name for you? I threw a pulpit, but I don't think that works. Because you're
it has to be something reptilian.
like Sermon on the Mount or Sermenor.
High Priest Orange Julius.
No, because I feel like he's the Cobra High Priest. So what would his name be?
It would have to be something like
the Chancellor.
The Chancellor.
Chancellor Pantera.
Chancellor Pantera, the Cobra High Priest. Done. Boom. Done. That just happened.
I could go with it. I could wear like a red cloak or something like that.
Yeah,
Came up with that, and don't you dare forget it.
Chancellor Pantera, the
That's
Cobra
why you're
High Priest.
propagandor.
You just made your money for that.
Clamber, stand back. You're so talented. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.
I look forward to the Smex.
Oh yeah, the Smex fanfic that we're working on.
That's gonna
If
happen.
anybody wants to send some Smex fanfic our way, we will.
I think
be
it's
glad
gonna
to.
be so great.
We'll
Specs.
create it.
We will do live readings of it.
Specs,
Oh.
you're so dynamite. Thank you for being on the show once again. You guys always bring the thunder. And finally, Propagandor.
Yes.
Let's go Wildcat Sports. Where can we find Wildcat Sports? Where's the best place to find them?
The best place to find Wildcat Sports now is on Vimeo, where you can, if you don't even live in the New Orleans area, you can still watch our show and rent an episode for the low price of 99 cents.
That's super exciting. So if you're
If
out
I
there,
want to buy it though.
You could buy it. You can buy it. That's a fine question there, Specs. You can buy it as well for the low price of $2.99 and just store it on your device.
But I like to have something in my hand.
If you
can have your laptop in your hand.
That's also a very great question. You can go to wildcatwrestling.com.
Chancellor Pantera likes to have things in his hand.
Yeah, you can go to wildcatwrestling.com, and we have a lot of tangible items and stuff.
That would be part of my holy
Your
the holy
screen.
scripture.
Holy
I
screen.
would
Put
say,
things in my hand,
you must put
oh
things
parishioners.
in my hand, parishioners.
Oh, dear God. This is Deep Dish. Signing off from high atop the Palmer House, asking the musical question, now you Joe, and Joeing is half the battle. This I command!
See you at the Cobra Temple.